Alright guys, I didn't prep a long introduction. Yeah, we're getting to you. I didn't prep a long introduction for this guy, but I'm just gonna go off the cuff here. He was at the first ruckus we ever held here, and definitely has been responsible for giving all sorts of charisma and randomness and awesomeness to this event, and definitely inspiring lots of other people. And we're gonna miss him like hell, and hopefully he'll be back with a published book to guest again in the very near future.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's just give it up for Mr. Derek Frieden!
Derek the Chimney Sweep.
So I wanted to start tonight by doing poems that I had written and performed in North County and all over the place, because I don't know, it's a good way to start, right? This is this place. All right, here we go. The merely littling liking loonies. Sing alongly, limitabling to lipsist on droppings of honestly, only always a scart farting. Finality fine-tuned, at times I'm not tick-tick-tock, tick-toeing, talking. When wedding wise wearing, how who's fooling is unfunnening. For not leanings, never not like knowings, faking toolish think inkings, truly utterly too trying. Wishing wordlings were worthy, whirly, earthly, repeat eatings.
Yes. Yeah, cow walking.
We are the emptiness, the booger pickers, the soullessness, the people watchers, the paint green grass, the other side, the blesslessest. We are the Fool's Brigade, the toilet lickers, the dead parade, the flesh-eyed blinkers, the over-drinkers, the blackish lungs, the rotten funk, the dripping sack, the meaning of that! We are the apocalypsers, the half-dead hipsters, the falsest deceivers, the bluest lipped of screamers! The endings come too sooners. This one has a title. This is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You glaze my donut. I cream your coffee. You relish my hot dog. I chip your dip. You mango my salsa. I spinach your puff. You saute my mushroom. I prime your ribs. You caramel my apple. I banana your split. This last San Diego poem I did at the Slab that Swami Bruce hosts and MCs, and
You got my pens.
Yeah,
I still got them. So this is not a poem for you. This is for me. To remind me what a flabbergastingly fantastic fucking freak of a thing I am. I am not your 9-to-5 white picket 2.5 kids 401k health insurance life insurance dream of safety. I am dangerous. I like wilderness and wildness. I enjoy whatever drink you'll pour me as long as it has a proof. Or picks me up by the collar and lifts me to the surface of the sun so I can dance with solar flares. The only motions daring enough to match my flailing limbs akimbo in ecstasy. My blood is made of the universe's most intense densities, collisions, and my heart heaves a supernova with each beat. Are you listening? I don't give a fuck. This is not for you. This is to remind me I am magic. My hands don't have to sleight or trick. Instead, they practice their craft through caress. Plants, pets, and past lovers know the soft rivers that flow from these fingertips. The ones who asked know their grip, and the luckiest felt infinities traced into their backs and fronts and sides and thighs. This mouth, this tongue can expertly enunciate in the affricate, frictive, plosive, implosive, sonic, consonant, sibilant, sibilant, or syllable. Tongue twisters turn pale when they see these lips lick. And beyond this speech shit, they've been trained to exorcise orgasms with a few flicks, bloods. Oh, and did I mention I have a big dick? More than all of this, I am proud to be a poet. Proud to perform, to throw myself out of my skin in vibrations of air for any to absorb, except this one. This one is not for you. This is for me. Because after so many years of giving, of pouring my heart like a deluge down the gutter, I am feeling a little empty. And need to see I can still crash seas inside me and harness that energy to feed me and keep me from thinking I need you.
Derek, don't go!
The Monopoly man.
So, you gotta expect something when you wear a hat.
It's pretty. Pretty sexy.
So I hit the vault, my little vault. I have a drawer that is just stuffed. Actually, now it's a plastic case stuffed with stuff for the trip. And I wanted to show a little different side, stuff I do not really get to do up here usually, because I have a bunch of time. And one of those things is a short story. And this I had to write for a class. It doesn't have a title because it's based off of a post-secret piece. The assignment was, pick a post-secret piece, and if you don't know what that is, people anonymously write secrets about themselves on postcards and post them on the internet. And so,
Someone's the guy that posts them on the internet.
yeah. And so this one was posted. It had a picture from a cartoon show called The Fairly Odd Parents. It was like a little ad for The Fairly Odd Parents. And the title, or the secret was, I was watching this show, The Fairly Odd Parents, when I lost it to a guy I wasn't even in love with. And this is how the story goes. She was watching some stupid fucking cartoon show, and all I could think about was the way her nipples were poking through her shirt. The week before, she told me she was a virgin, and since then I hadn't been able to stop thinking about ways to take it. All the girls I'd been with before were sluts, and this was too much to pass up. Her eyes were stuck on the screen, and she didn't notice my hand move towards her until I slid it up her pajama bottoms and inched it over her thigh towards the prize. She looked down and smiled awkwardly before pushing my hand away. Babe, come on, let's have some fun. I'm having fun just being here with you. Yeah, that kid with the pink hat is just a fucking riot. Well, what do you want to watch? You. And then I made my move. Climbing on top of her, I kissed her hard on the mouth. At first she seemed a little resistant, but once I got my tongue inside, I could feel her body let go. Now it was just a matter of clothes. After giving her mouth a good workout, I leaned back and pulled up her shirt above her tits and started nibbling one and squeezing the other just hard enough to make her squeal. Once I figured she was nice and warmed up, I moved the hand from her tit to the top of her flannel pajama bottoms and I instantly felt her tense up. What are you? I told you, having fun. Come on, I promise, you're going to enjoy this. But I was waiting for what? Some Prince Charming? Babe, I'm all the man you need. Now just relax. I pushed her down and grabbed the pants and yanked them right off. She was trembling a little. But by this point I was too excited to care. This was it, my first virgin. I quickly unzipped and ripped my own pants off and looked at her eyes, which were shining with a wetness I hoped matched the drapes. As I moved up to move in, she opened her mouth a little, but I kissed her hard again before she could say anything and pushed myself in, feeling the barrier, and then busting through. She hadn't been lying. From the TV, I could hear one of those stupid fairies saying, You know, we can't grant wishes about love. While we're in a dark mood, this is a dark poem. I have 2 finals and a paper due tomorrow, and I just looked death in the face of my rat, shaking with cancer. A tumor between her legs, grown twice as wide as her waist. She cannot walk. Her legs are splayed, and the mass that is eating her is purple in spots, the hair thin across her stretched skin. Her eyes are crusted with, I think, blood. She is rubbing her head on my hand. I am petting her chin where she likes. I say I am sorry as long as I can, and I love her, and leave her alone with the pain. I should have had her euthanized. Now here's a poem completely opposite. Turn away from the troubles, they aren't worth telling. Instead, sing to the swallow on the hill. Hold the breeze with gentle breath. Wave to the ocean, shine a smile at the sun, dance with the leaves of the trees, carry the earth round in rings, blanket the soil with your soul, drench the rain in your love, and believe all the dreams you've ever thought of.
Yeah.
So, this next section, they're in sections, I guess. This one is weird avant-garde stuff, and this is the first weird avant-garde poem I ever wrote, and it was when I was going to college in Chicago. It's called Do You? Do you see what's happening in the rosebuds? Dilapidation by the truckload falling on the trees, branches stretching farther than any bees sees. As I lick the little daisies from the palm upon her knees, catching breaths between the apples of a slowly fading breeze.
Yeah.
Woo!
In there.
This is a much earlier poem, and this is actually Shakespeare, and I did some updating of Shakespeare to make him make sense with the new internet text message generation. So I re-entitled Sonnet 18 to be TNS, which stands for the next step. SICT TASD TAML AMT RWD STDBOM ASLHAT SAD STHTEOHS AOI HGCD AEFFFSD BCONCCU BTESSNF NLPOTFTO NSBDTWIHS WIELTTTG SLAMCB OECS SLLTATGLTT. Thank you.
We need the transcript for that. We need the transcript.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day that were more lovely?
You lost me, man.
This is also a sonnet, and this one's by me.
Oh.
Don't get excited. Human beings, we are listening, human beings, we are listening, human beings. We are listening, human beings, 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 we are listening, human beings. Change it up a notch.
What you're saying is you're listening.
I heard that.
I heard that.
This is Schizophrenia, a short play. Here stands the jester. There stands the fool. Jester. need to read the directions, 1 second. The fool. Jester. The fool. Enter God. Shut the fuck up, you fucking morons!
That's deep.
This is the last really weird one, I promise.
Oh, no, it's not.
This is called polymorphemeric, which is a word I made up. Or tell me when to stop, sorry. Mountain, eminent, mount, culminate, dimension, domain, immense, menagerie, omni, tremendous, voluminous, moon, month, morn, mind, diamond, mammon, parsimony, community, abdomen, communion, ceremony, monument, seminary, sermon, shaman, solemn, talisman, commend, prominence, adamant, demand, dominate, mentor, manage, luminesce, command, illuminate, regimen, regiment, determine, summon, diminish, minute, misdemeanor, parsimony, man, woman, human, mannequin, animal, amend, mount, imminent, acumen, commence, geminate, germinate, hormone, hymen, many, hand, manipulate, manufacture, seminal, stamen, animate, dynamic, manner, means, remain, maintain, mantra, cement, mend, minister, monitor, permanent, stamina, harmony, maneuver, equanimity, moan, mourn, demean, admonish, amanita, mania, calumny, contaminate, damn, dement, famine, lemon, manure, munch, mince, pandemonium, mayonnaise, meander, melon, salamander, salmon, spumoni, feminine, examine, romance, mesothelioma.
You're a cunning linguist.
Oh,
it's not. It's
great. He's my favorite.
Next section.
It looks like hot
It's a wild night.
I like sweet.
So, this next section is going to be a bunch of poems that are all really short. I'm glad you read some short poems because it made me feel more comfortable reading all these really short poems. So I'm not going to break in between them. I'm just going to like go through the list and maybe you'll know when they end and maybe you'll know. And maybe they're all one poem, but they're not. Anyway.
They totally are. Inception poem.
Artists are those who are immortal every moment they can be.
Damn right.
Finding too much nothing in everything, I decided to stop looking and open my eyes. For everywhere in the puzzling twigs of a tree webbed sparkling threads and lit slivers wind shimmering. Nothing is more dangerous than a man laughing at nothing. Images for the ages. Shit stains on the Sistine ceiling, come on Mona Lisa's smile.
Oh, God.
For one moment, I know what I've got to say. Repeat. Like molten cushions embracing edges of sea, the way you kiss me. This one's a little collection of short poems. This is a picture of a life, and there's instructions on how to read it, but you don't get to see those unless you buy a copy. I actually printed out a bunch of copies of some of these, and I offer at the end for $1 for a piece of original copy. Picture of a life. Where are the instructions? Red barns, snow-filled ditches, rows of dead plants, Illinois in the winter.
Ooh.
Every piece that's missing, I gave to a girl. A cemetery in the middle of nowhere, facing train tracks, praying that they'll pay attention. Melancholy, beautiful in the same way as the moon viewed from a bridge towards midnight. Purity of form is purity of essence. Purify the putrefaction, extract the shit, make gold. And so this is how we live, in raging torrents, sweeping over timid fields until the dawn grabs us by the dirty collar and shakes and shakes. Portrait of a young man. Enclosed you'll find 1, 2 shoes, 1 pair. 2, 1 sheet of paper lined wide rule. 3, 3 eyelashes. 4, the full scent of a black cherry oak. How strange. So blue this summer afternoon. There was more, but then, this summer afternoon. Things I want out of life. A family, love, happiness, to be wise, to be a good father/husband. Little scraps. Little fluffy clouds floating or ensembled, misting blues to softer hues above where I can only marvel. What happens in a swamp after sunset? I'm a little songbird flying in the sky, singing to the people as they pass me by. I blow my mind all time. And that's the last short poem for that little short section. So this last section, I picked all these out because Mr. Michael Schmidt, I know, loves a political poem. And so these are all political poems in honor of you, my friend, and this beautiful event.
Hey, before we're done, can we get a photo of everyone here?
Yeah.
You? Okay.
Well, you know what, I'm going to stop after these and I'll do...
Okay, we'll do the photo break after that.
Alright. So this was, I think, college notes, because this is sex ed notes on the back.
Pay attention to that class.
Hell no.
You love the homework.
This is entitled Misinterpretations, or this is post then, neo now, pre forever, or just an ending. We just don't understand each other. Communication breakdown is right, Jimmy. And look at where it puts us. Neo-biblical hypocrisy, neo-Koran, ultra-hype, ultra-violence, and neo-now choosing not to know. When knowing is so easy. Flip, click, here, look, there it is. But who wants that? Because if ignorance is bliss, baby, then why go looking for smarty pants depression in that big book? Pick the little words, the little pills, that nice short road before the nice big drop-off.
Yeah.
This next poem was, I also stole this from someone else. This is not Shakespeare, this is Harry S. Truman.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
these are all his words. I just cut them up and put them in a poem, which also has 2 titles. I love this 2 title thing. Makes me have to choose. So, title for this is, Marvelous has been the capacity of industry to design and of later to operate the machines and methods to do things never done before, so that the brainchild of many minds came forth in physical shape and performed as it was supposed to do. Or, this is the greatest thing in history! A new and revolutionary increase in destruction! It's an atomic bomb! A harnessing of the basic power of the universe! The force from which the sun draws its power has been loosed! The greatest marvel, a unique success. We are now prepared to destroy, to obliterate, excuse me, more rapidly and completely. All his words. These are all his words. This one, though, these are all my words. This is Iraq War Poem by Derek Frenzy.
Why are you leaving us?
1. Doubt. Or, so what if we don't know if it's a few 100,000 or over 1 million? No man can count sand. Why figure out the difference between 300,000 in 30 and at least an equal amount of lives in 9, or what they mean combined? Who cares if it's more or less than the weight of a family home when it falls? Why worry if it will be forgotten if we say so? What is the definition of genocide? 2. Civilians, or Baghdad, Mosul, Kirkuk, Samara, Tabriz, Mosul, Kirkuk, Bakuba, Ramadi, Baghdad, Baghdad, Mosul, Kirkuk. Monday, 1 killed by gunfire, 4 killed by gunfire, 2 killed by gunfire. Tuesday, 1 killed by gunfire, 2 by IED, 1 by gunfire, 1 by gunfire. Wednesday, 1 by gunfire, 1 by gunfire. Thursday, 4 by gunfire. Friday, 5 killed in various attacks, 2 killed by gunfire, 1 body found. 3. I am a boy of 8 years. One day, I found a brightly colored stick in the sand. It looked like so much more fun than all the rubble around. I threw it up in the air to see its shine spin against the sky. When it came down, I caught it. The blast took my forearms from me.
Is that your political poems?
One more. One more little political one. This one doesn't have a title after all, there's 2 titles. The imploding world, the fast change, the brain-tapping maps, the deconstructionist dream of global decentralization adopted by industry's designs. The anonymous attacks against big names on the internet. The third world is a phrase you seem antiquated for using, and aren't you sick of those commercials for starving kids? The shimmering lights in the sky, unidentified so many times worldwide. The new pollution, rainbow sunsets that may kill us and a lot of other life, but at least the earth will survive with one added mark of beauty from the humans. The atom bomb is so much fun to say because, well, it means a lot of energy that overwhelms just about everything else. The poor are still laughing at old adages about gaps because the chasm is too wide for the rich to hear their cries anyway, so they have to do their best to enjoy their side. The similarities we have with all the species that thrive alongside us in our most advanced areas, the cities, the rats, the roaches, the pigeons. The disappearing trees and bees and butterflies and jungle vines and redwood heights and coral life, the vast array of technology designed to kill, and the possibly equally vast number that kill only as a byproduct. The television. Need I say more?
We're going to take a short commercial break.
Does everyone
Get in
agree
there.
that